It's 6 weeks out from the next challenge event and 3 more fundraisers have just pulled out. Your quarterly target is still thousands of pounds short and your trustees want to know what's coming next. And honestly, you've recycled the same 3 events for 4 seasons running. If that's hitting close to home, here's what we do. At Endurotrek, we design completely bespoke charity events for you. That's treks, hikes, multi-day adventures, all built around your audience and your specific cause. Most importantly, you pay absolutely nothing upfront, and you only pay when minimum sign-up numbers have been hit, which means we share the risk with you. If you want to see how this actually works with charities like yours, stick with me for the next few minutes and let me explain. So, let me guess. Where you're at right now, you've tried big mass participation platforms and ended up paying for places you couldn't fill. You've signed people up to events only to watch half of them miss their fundraising target. You've paid out money before raising enough to cover the cost, and every single time you sit down to plan next year, you're staring at a blank page, wondering what is actually going to energize your fundraising base this year. Because as we know, when it's those same 3 peaks, that same London Marathon ballot, and those same 5k locals in the park, your audience has done them, and often twice. The worst part is this: every fundraiser you lose, every target you miss, we know that's real money that doesn't reach the people your charity exists to help. You've signed up to fund a mission, not to chase fundraisers and apologize to your CEO every quarter. And honestly, I don't blame you for being stuck, because to do this properly yourself, you'd need to design original events, source mountain leader guides, sort first aid cover and insurance, organize all that transport and logistics, write out that marketing copy to your supporter base, and front the cash for all of it before you've even raised a penny. You're doing this while running every other fundraising channel you've already got on your plate. It's not realistic. So here's what we do differently. You tell us about your charity, your audience, and the kind of challenge that could fit your cause. We come back to you with 6 bespoke event ideas built specifically to your supporters. This means you can poll your audience or run them in your newsletter before you commit to anything. So you only ever build events that your fundraisers actually want to do, and once you pick one, we handle everything. That's the mountain leader guides, that's the first aid trained staff, that's the pre-event training plans, that's the pre-event group calls covering kit lists and all the safety. That's the support vehicles with water, snacks, first aid on the day. This means your fundraisers turn up properly prepared, the event runs smoothly, and your team isn't fielding panic phone calls the night before. And here's the bit that changes the maths completely. You do not pay a single penny until your minimum sign-up numbers are hit. This means there's absolutely no financial risk sitting on your books. No money out of the door before that money comes in. And if the event doesn't fill, you owe us nothing. That's the most important bit. Absolutely nothing. So if any of this sounds like the kind of help you've been looking for, book a call below. On that call, I'll put together a quote for a bespoke event for your charity, plus a detailed outline of the idea you can take to your team. You walk away with a usable event concept, whether or not we ever work together. Here's what that looks like in practice. This summer, 20 fundraisers from the Greenwich and Bexley Community Hospice are heading to the Isle of Skye for a bespoke event that we've built for them. From the costs of their tickets alone, they've raised £10,000. And that figure goes up once the individual fundraising kicks in around the event. Now you might think we're cherry picking here, so here's what else is typical. SRM Recruitment took on the Yorkshire Free Peaks for the Anthony Nolan Foundation and raised £5,000. What's the worst case we've delivered? Well, fundraisers from Mondelez, the owners of Cadbury's, took on a Peak District Trek for the charity Sense. And even at the lower end of sign-ups, that event raised £3,000. That's our floor. And it still pays for itself, the most important thing. Now you may be thinking, We already have a delivery partner who runs our event. And I'm with you on that, because most of these delivery partners are brilliant at what they do. But what they do is often off the same shelf that every other trekking company and charity in the country are selling to their audience. That's why your supporters are often bored of them or are looking for something different. We design completely from scratch around your charity, around your cause, and around your audience. So your fundraisers are doing something they can't get anywhere else. And most partners want to deposit before you signed up a single fundraiser. Remember, we don't take a single penny until you hit your minimum targets. Now, you may also be thinking, but you're a small company. Why would I trust you with our fundraising? And that's such a fair question. We've been running events for the Greenwich and Bexley Community Hospice now for 11 years. We've delivered events for Sense, the Anthony Nolan Foundation, Barclays Investment Arm, SRM Recruitment, and Mondelez, to name a few. The reason we keep those relationships is the personalization. You're not a number on a spreadsheet here, and I'm personally involved in every event we run. So look, this isn't for everyone. If you're looking for the cheapest off-the-shelf trek, we're not it. If you don't have a fundraising audience to engage, this likely won't work. But here's who this is built for. Fundraising leads with quarterly or annual targets to hit, audiences who have done the same old events too many times, and charities already starting to plan for next year. And here's what waiting actually costs. We're booking next year right now. Those popular summer weekends go first. Every month you wait, your lead time shrinks, which means a smaller window to fill those places and hit your fundraising targets. So let's book a call below. We'll talk about your charity, we'll talk about your audience, and the kind of challenge that would actually move the needle for you. You walk away with a detailed quote outlining the event that you can take to your team with no commitment, no upfront costs, and absolutely no risk. The only thing that's costing you now is to wait.